Clips, clips. And remember, citizens, the best way to survive and thrive is to subscribe and hit the bell. It'll keep you out of hell. So $9.95. Alrighty, boob tubes. Another one of Kip's Clips. Long time no see. Trying on my Christmas jumper and my stuff for tomorrow, and I thought I would air it out, so I thought I would air this out as well, and air my dirty washing out. Anywho, I'm just going to double check this is actually working. Oh, seems to be working. Seems to be working there. Seems to be working there and there. The one thing that doesn't seem to be working is the comments for some weird reason. Let me see if they work now that it's live. Right, so I think we're all good in the hood. Ah, there we go. Somebody else. Yep. Magic magnets. I'm all good, my man. Hope you're good. Having a good crimbo and all that jazz. And all that jazz. Do do do. Well, I'm at a loose end. Oh. Forgot. Wee bit of smelliness. Joggies with a suit top. Beautiful. Alright, Pontiac, how you doing, my man? Hopefully yous are all well. Aye, joggies and flip-flops with a suit. But I'm wearing this out for tomorrow night. Gonna go and brave the COVID apocalypse. See what I can see. Fucking hell, man. Those are some dodgy incense. But they do. Hopefully yous are all keeping well. I just wanted to touch base with the madness. It's crazy, man. And the craziness is coming from all angles. I mean, you can't escape it. I mean, see here in Houstonia, I feel the sanest one out the lot, man, because I'm no getting dragged in one way or the other. I'm not polarized. I'm not participating in the polarized nation or the polarized nations, because no matter where you go, you can't escape the clown show. Aye, Paddy, I'm still online. I'm still rubbing my sticks together. I just not participating in the OCD army of clowns. I don't know, man. But people are wound up to high heaven. You know, this is the new world order takeover happening. You know, not just a worldwide pandemic. Every arsehole under the sun is trying to take advantage of. And I'm going to express my curveball of a conspiracy theory. Remember when people weren't all on the same page going, see Carl! Doesn't matter what cause you're taking up. There's a echo chamber out there of militant idiots willing to back you up. And depending how pissed off you are that day, you might be willing to participate. Well, mate, I've got a cousin over in Oz, and I heard back that he was talking about the cops shooting people with rubber bullets and shit, man. The protesters. Which, by the way, apparently there's meant to be lots of protests going on tomorrow. Time permitting and whatnot. I might pop along and see what's happening in Glasgow. But who knows, probably nothing. But you never know. You never know. But I just want to sit back and watch, man. People would lynch me. If I started talking to them. Because I don't think 5G's controlling us through the vaccinations and shit, man. He exposed Grobnob. Paddy, you still playing in that fucking pig pen? That pigsty? Fuck's sake, man. He must be fucking full of pish. That's all I'm saying. In fact, well, mate, go along to his channel and sharing the wealth of exposing fucking fat nobodies. Yay, look! Woo! We're winning! We're winning what? I don't know, a rubber duck. I don't know, a prize, not even a gold fucking fish. Fucking bunch of Looney Tune fucking fruitcakes. Don't play with each other. But that's just my advice. You can fucking wallow in the pish. Waste all your time. He says it, I says it, you says it, he says it, I says it, you say it. Oh, fucking old woman. Fucking HRT fucking stat. For the lot of yous. Fucking look at the state of yous, man. All you do is need to fucking take a glimpse and fucking into that shit for 2 seconds. And it's a bunch of fucking middle-age, fucking midlife crisis, HRT needing fucking morons. But that's just my David Attenborough ninja fucking skills, you know? COVID friendly. I've got a condom for my vape. So you can still share the wealth. Anywho. Pontiac, hopefully you're keeping well, mate. You're over in the States here. Just got 5G on the corner of my block. Well, let's see if they start controlling you. I mean, I'll upset some people by pointing out that that's batshit crazy talk. And see when 6G comes out and they start moaning about 6G, I'm going to point out like what about 5G? It's like, how many Nibiru's do you need before like you easily forget? And it'll be Max Egan again. Like, I just came back from an Acapulco. Same old shite. Same old shite. Keeping the same old people occupied with the same old pish. Unfortunately, that is the actual. That's genuinely what's going on. All right, right. Let me see. Wait till it's switched on, then they're going to control you with a 5G. Oh my lord. See, when this doesn't happen, are you going to apologise to people that you fucking are pure... I mean, like, see if you were anyway of an expert, anywhere near an expert on fucking mobile technology, you wouldn't be sitting in a fucking chat room like this with 10 people fucking militantly going as if you're an absolute expert because you watched YouTube videos. It never fails to amaze me, man. I can't wait to get my phone can't do 5G, but I can't wait to get one that can. The streaming capabilities, woo! Oh god. Now there's somebody arguing about 5G like they're an expert. Well, sorry, I don't participate in that fear-mongering shit because it's like see through the fear porn. My god, man, there's just people happy to... They would be happier that this would be some sort of alien technology sent to control us than just fast mobile phone shit. The same people that are telling you 5G's going to kill you told you 4G was going to kill you. They also told you Nibiru was going to get you. The big one was Brian Gerrish. He actually tried to spread chemtrails. Now, anybody who pretends to be well educated and a researcher and stands up in front of you and tries to hijack and piggyback on the fear of chemtrails, people that don't understand what they see when they look up. And that's all it was. Just like people hijacked the fact that people didn't understand what would happen if you held a lighter to snow. So they invented fake snow. So next thing you know, you had everybody like drilling. You didn't know if it was the snow melting or them drilling. It was hard to tell. Holding lighters to snow, going, look, it's fake. Now you've got idiots out there trying to fight with each other and prove to each other that the earth isn't flat. Fucking bamboozling each other with fucking complex mathematic equations, trying to prove to each other that the earth is not flat. And then the people who say it's flat, I don't know, I can't get my head round it, but they say that you don't fly around the earth. Oh, baby, 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 Oh, and sorry about my audio, man. It is what it is. I fucked up. I just 2 seconds before pushing the button, fucking about with filters, and I lost them all. Baby, baby, baby. Ooh. But anyway, no. and there's no room. There's no room for out there. There's no room out there in the X-Files for people who point out the bullshit of the vast majority of conspiracies out there. Let's fast forward to what's happening just now, and your average person that objects to this, and right, okay, I'll tell you what I'm basing this on. I'm basing this on your average right-wingish, centre to right-wingish talk shows that you get out there. And the average person that objects to what the governments of the world are putting in place and doing, the policies that they're following to deal with this pandemic, typically fall into a group where it's militant anti-vaxxers, and they don't even know why, because they're a puppet on a string. Militant anti-vaxxers and people that are talking about economic resets and stuff like that. And these are the same people that, like myself, turned up in their field in Bilderberg thinking that was a secret group controlling the world. Now, me myself, I never thought the Bilderberg group was a secret group controlling the world. I thought it was a wee sort of a smaller group of Western companies. Because if you stood back and look who was there and then who wasn't there, it was quite self-evident who it was. And it was the old guard. It was your old sort of white Western European types. And that was the different opinion I came to at the time. But everybody just listens to Alex Jones. It's an Illuminati! Come on! Lump it all in with one and come with me and vote for Trump. Woo woo! Now, I don't know. Alright, Colette. Colette, I'm keeping well in these crazy times, but I've been through the fucking ringer, man. This deep state Illuminati lockdown. Oh man, it's not been kind to me as much as it's not been kind to anybody else. But what a pain in the arse. And that's why I'm popping along tomorrow. Because this lockdown up and down like fucking a bride's nightie just ain't on. You need to know whether you're locked down or you're let out. And let out. Some of the language I hear is bizarro. You're allowed to do this, you're allowed to do that, but you're not allowed to do this. And some of the requests are like bizarre. It's like, you're allowed to hop in one leg and cluck like a chicken, but not a fucking ostrich. Do you know what I mean? Some of the shit is like that. And I'm no one for following fucking the best of rules at the best of times. Never mind the bizarrest of rules at the most bizarro of times. And the mask theatre pisses me off. You know, they like walking around the streets and watching fucking idiots who don't know how to wear a mask properly, and you're like, why are we pretending that fucking masks are getting Look, people are wearing them when they're balding up. I think it was maybe it was a Jewish guy, I don't know. But I seen a guy walking down the street the other day wearing it like a hat. And then you see the people wearing it like a fucking beard mask. And like me myself, I've not bought one mask Not bought one mask. I've used the same rag, and I wash it every now and again. But see, when I'm out taking that rag on and off because I just do it to fucking appease other people, that thing's turning fucking into pure filth. That's probably why I've been so healthy and cruised through this. Famous last words. I'll be dead tomorrow. But I've not had so much as a sniffle through this whole thing. Not cold, not a flu, not a sore throat. I've tested myself periodically when I'm going to go and do shit with people I care about. and all gravy, baby, man, I'm all good. And now I'm getting told that there was no point getting those 2 fucking jags anyway, because they're useless now, so you might as well just get your booster. So what I want to know is, right, nobody's talking about natural immunity, which blows me away. Surely that's the best shit. Surely we should be having, like, you know, back in the day, you used to have chicken pox parties. Surely we should have been fucking corona parties, man, where we should be licking each other's doorknobs and shit. Hey, hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you, man. Give me that doorknob. And, because the fit and healthy people should be getting it, building up my natural immunity, and boom shakalaka. Just like the way, because... like, in my simple nut, right, this is my Spock simplistic nut, right, vaccinations work by mimicking the virus and building up your antibodies and your immunity, right? That's why you can, it's hard, but you can get antibody tests. Now, why is nobody talking about that? Why is nobody talking about, right, well, why don't we save the vaccinations for the third world and shit, for we starving Marvins and whatnot, and the people that have been riddled with the shit, and the fit and healthy people that have been riddled with it would get natural immunity now, plus natural immunity, like, vaccines mimic the natural virus in my simplistic nut. Thus, the having the virus and natural antibodies would do the same, have the same effects as the vaccine, and it would mean that you were less likely to pass it on, less likely to end up in hospital, all that good jazz. But this is the first ever vaccine that doesn't actually stop you getting the thing that it's meant to stop you getting. It's just like, hey, you'll get COVID light. Woo! What this injection will do is every Corona you drink will convert those sugars into Corona Light, which means you won't turn into a fat bastard. But I don't know, man. I don't know what I've been told. But everybody's the same, and this is the thing. Everybody's as stupid and as confused as me, or they should be, because there's no way that you can get any sort of a fucking straight way of fucking thinking, shooting, questioning. It's one big mass. You would, like, if you didn't know better, you would think it was done deliberately. Just a big bunch of fucking experts going fucking right. So what's does having the? Nobody's asking this question. But anyway, these are just questions that I would like to get answered, but they'll never get answered. I applied to Question Time and said no, people with Christmas jumpers not allowed on BBC because they vetted my Christmas jumper. And because it said baubles, and it said baubles. Anyway, that's half a rant over, but that's how confused I am about all this shit. And it's weird, you know. Everybody's confused whether you're a vaxxer, anti-vaxxer, or anything in between. In between. And the polarization of the nation doesn't allow you to have a different point of view. Not allowed. You're in one camp or the other. And it's amazing me how many people are getting mobilized by this. by the anti-vax movement. Now, I didn't think I was going to do this, but let me see if I can do this right. I'm just going to put in a anti-vax pro-life. Right. Now, I have never conducted this Google search. Sorry, I'm in conspiracy land. I've never done this research before. Read some fucking research, some search results. But anyway, let's have a look at some search results. If I can remember what buttons to press. Boom shakalaka. Ooh, boom shakalaka. A long time, no do. Oh my god, I can't read that. Right, there we go. Anti-vaxxers using pro-life slogans make me so angry. This is just me Googling. This is the first results. But my argument is that the reason people are so militantly anti-vaccination is because of the use of embryos in the creation of this technology, especially the more modern day vaccinations, when I think they use the embryos to figure out how to stabilise to mass produce them. They had to stabilise them. And this is me just shooting for the hip, so please go and check all this stuff up your own. But what you'll find is they come from the same place. This is why, like, the likes of Jim Dawson and the independent media that he kind of stimulates in this country, all anti-abortion and anti-vaccination, plus telling you how Coca-Cola used embryos to, oh man, just all that sort of a stuff. Now, whether you agree or disagree with that is fair enough. But to be sucked in under the table by these groups using mind melt technology brought to them by religion is underhanded, and they're full of shite. Like Alex Jones. Fucking watch him for fucking 6 months, man. Next thing you know, you're fucking interested in AR-15s and the Bible. No joke. Anyway. Eva Wiseman. So, Scamdemic, Freedom. I'm not going to read this push. I just thought it would be worthwhile expanding people's minds as to why they may have been, like myself, sucked into the anti-vax bullshit through the Truther movement, and then like sitting wondering, well, obviously they just like love life and all that, and there's no other reason. Well, like, you make your own mind up about abortion, you make your own mind up about vaccination. Don't let these militant... And remember, these groups have murdered people in the name of saving the babies. Murdered people. Murdered people. And these are the groups that Jim Dawson, who is inherently involved with Tommy Robinson, I know he protests, he isn't, but Tommy Robinson's just a little puppet there to mobilise the LGBT right-wing idiots. Fucking Gado Hitlers. To sway the numbers down the ballot box, which they tried by running Tommy Robinson for, was it for council? Or was it for MP? I can't remember now. But anywho's. So, something to think about. Whether you want to think there's any merit to it or not, that's up to yourself. I'm getting hungry again for some more of my pasta. Right, how you doing? CMB, how you doing? I know I'm so funny, mate. I'm the fucking funniest thing on fucking YouTube. I'm so funny, Frankie Boyle started doing Frankie Boyle's New World Order. Which is basically the same as not the Infowars Nightly News. Stole my shit. Big bearded bastard. I went to see Frankie Boyle. Oh my lordy lord, what a funny dude. And it was good. He was doing like kind of like just a tester. He was just on in there with a big clipboard full of jokes, like one-liners, stories. Brilliant, man. Your screen is hot. Bright. I'm fucking hot, man, wearing this jumper and this fucking jacket. I'm having that fucking thing on. You know, it doesn't look it, but that actually heats up the room. A fair old amount. Anyway, I'm heading out tomorrow. And I'm heading to put some hot water in a cup and make a cup of tea. Alright, Colette, how you doing? Light-hearted humour, Colette, I'm being fucking serious, man. I'm staying in an SNP fucking dictatorship up here, man. No time for jokes. See Carl Sturgeon! You need to do that or she fucking comes through your door and arrests you. The SNP, the only political party in the world elected by Braveheart. That's true, by the way. Absolutely fucking true. It's funny, it's fucking funny, but it's fucking true. We fucking dictator Sturgeon. Fucking turn. Oh, we fucking. She's like. Do you know what she looks like? She looks like the Lego Hitler. That's who I think she really is. I think she's really the Lego Hitler. Look what somebody bought me for my birthday. Best cup in the world, and I'm gonna go and fill it. Oh. The Blue Devil. Are you a Rangers fan, Blue Devil? Is the Blue Devil like Man City? Boom, boom, boom. What am I talking about today? Nationalism or globalism? I'm talking about historianism! See, I'm a lord of my own country. Fact. I'm a genuine lord. With land. Granted, it's only a small bit, but start. And I've declared myself independent of all this shit. So, I'm all good. Nationalism or globalism is the fodder of idiots on YouTube. Ethno-nationalism! Fucking hell, man. Tuned to the fucking moon. You know, a bunch of idiots bouncing about, rhyming and repeating shit they've heard on YouTube, thinking they understand it. There's a difference between understanding something and repeating it. And there's people out there that can repeat shit with authority. And they think they know what they're talking about. And they don't. If they did, they wouldn't be fucking bouncing about the fucking sewers of YouTube trying to debate. I'm going to prove once and for let me debate you. Okay, I'll meet you at sundown at this time, at that time. Fucking who do these people think they are bouncing about YouTube fucking with their 10 divorces in, fucking phoning you for a basement, look like a junkie. Have you ever noticed that, man? If any of them are fucking stupid enough to go on camera, most of them look like junkies. It reminds me of a Lemmy sketch, and he's just filming a phone box, right? And he's like, if you use a phone box, you're either a junkie or something like that. And he's just filming a public phone box with all these junkies coming and going. We all know it. We all know it. But it was well funny. If you're debating people on YouTube, you look like a junkie or something like that. There, I've just mixed up the joke a wee bit. Hey, there we go. But aye, man, you need to wonder about people that, and I've spent my time I don't know if I would spend my time debating people on YouTube, more watching it and laughing. But more fool me, I've wasted a lot of time on this pish, to be quite frank. But there was a time when I thought you could make money, and you thought you could fucking make it as a career. And there was a time when I believed I was saving the planet from the New World Order as well. Then there was just a time when I was like, fucking, who are these crackpots thinking they're saving the world for the New World Order? And now it's just, I don't know. It's like 20,000 subscribers. And all of them are conspiracy people most of them are conspiracy people who don't really resonate with where I'm coming from anymore, you know? Who bounce about saying they're free thinkers and open-minded. Oh, boom, boom, which is quite funny. When they're on a big, massive cult. Hang about with people that fucking think the same conspiracies as them and then point at the other people and call them sheeple. And think somebody on the internet understands them better than their brothers, sisters, cousins, mothers, daughters, blah blah blah, etc, etc, etc. But hey ho, that's just you're meant to shh. Don't mention that. Observation. Right, that camera popping in and out is doing my titties in. But there is a way of fixing it here today. There we go, sorted. A little better. Should be anyway. Anywho, oh Jesus Jones. No, I'm not trashing anybody, mate. It's just a reality of the observations that I've seen, man. Like, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular, man. I've done this for. I ran my channel for over 10 years. There's like between my two channels, there's 20,000 subscribers. Do you know what I mean? There's been a lot of people that have came and went, and they've came because of X, Y, or Z, and they've went because of X, Y, or Z, and like over fucking 10 years of observing that, you get to know how the cookie crumbles. And through my journey of this stuff, I've came out the other end very sceptical about the whole media that people now think is the alternative media or whatever, when it isn't. It's as set up and as fake and as set up and it's basically TV on steroids, and everybody thinks it's the truth. And I don't know if you can see the flashing blue lights. Fire! Anyway. So it's no trashing anybody, mate. It's trashing the whole genre of truth telling, or it's the fake alternative media. I mean, I fell for it long enough myself. I just never stayed there. Do you know what I mean? It was like, mate, I'm not fake. A lot of the people that come into the chat, obviously, are they fake? They're all up for a good discussion. They're willing to listen to my points of view, and that's all I could ask. I mean, God forbid anybody actually ever agrees with my point of view, and I'll tell you my crazy conspiracy about the new corona. Right, let's batter into it. Now, this isn't just something that came up on my own. I heard an expert somewhere talking about this being a possibility. With some diseases in the past that have mutated and whatnot. Sometimes part of the evolution, and apparently this has happened in more than one occasion, part of the evolution of a disease or whatever, when as it mutates, is it'll become more infectious and less dangerous. That's not the word I'm looking for. That's not the right word. What's the word I'm looking for? It'll become more infectious. But less deadly. That's the word I'm looking for, right? That will explain it. Now, if this is indeed the case, this means that this virus is evolving its way out into being a nothing, like a flu, which a lot of people have suggested, and I have no idea to tell one expert from another. It so happens that experts saying one thing turn up in one particular brand of media. The alternative, and talk sport and talk radio and all the right wing mainstream media stuff. And experts saying another thing turn up in another brand of media, the BBC and stuff. So who do you believe? I don't know, to be honest. But it's that coming out of left field, saying that this mutation, if all the signs that it's more infectious but less deadly, if that is indeed the case, that could be a good sign. That's the coronavirus itself mutating into mutant. It's mutating to become a less deadly, less problematic disease. That's probably a good way. I'm trying to explain it. So, that's it, Pontiac. So, it's no slag. It's not a case of slagging anybody off or whatnot, man. It's like I laugh at myself for sitting back and blindly believing chemtrails back in the day because I got sucked into a movement, and I was willing to film those things, point my camera at them. I've still got it. I keep it up for a reminder. On my channel, some of the first videos I put up was me filming chemtrails back in the day. But it's also a good example of how I didn't stay still. I kept my ears open. I kept listening to both sides. Not just the side telling me that it was the government spraying us like bugs. And now that I know what a pile of shite chemtrails really is, and I've came to that conclusion myself by looking into all angles, and I use this as a capture all because that isn't just chemtrails, fake snow, Nibiru, fucking 15 suns in the sky, the whole barrage of stuff. And then when you stand back and try and analyse who's dishing out this information, Ian R. Crane, fucking, what's his name, Garish. I mean, it sticks in my memory. One of the first videos I ever seen of Brian Garish, he was in a working man's club, and he's talking about chemtrails. Now, see, in hindsight, back then, I was sucked right into the whole cult. I was like, oh look, he's a good guy, he's a truther, he's awake. Now it's the other side. Now the left wing was trying to use woke, but back in the day it was like, is he awake? Does he know the Federal Reserve is private? But anyway, I don't even really want to go into that, man. People believe what they want to believe. I just think you're more fool you if you stand still looking into all that stuff. And for me, some of the best epiphanies I got with that whole shite was looking into history. For example, the French Revolution and the Great Fear, and when Rome was burning, when Nero was fiddling, what was going on then, how things were changing. Rome's a really good one because it's so fucking vastly documented by hundreds of sides. It's brilliant to go and learn the ins and outs. And then when I learnt about those points of history and seen how the populace was controlled for the benefit of the political class, which I believe is going on just now, just people don't know it, but they think they're fucking following the truth. When I learnt about those things and applied them to what was happening today in the tool of the internet, and how the internet had convinced people that the TV was the devil, the newspapers are the devil, the TV's the devil, but the internet tells you the truth. Just come and watch Infowars.com. Man, what a trick. Shazam. David Blaine would have fucking been proud of that himself if he'd fucking done it in 10 fucking blocks of ice. And that was the trick of the internet. That was the scam of the internet. The internet convinced you the TV was the liar, and you shouldn't listen to the TV anymore. You should just listen to the internet. Not that you should be fucking skeptical about fucking both of them, and then analyse where all these new face clowns, talking head entities are coming from. When I first touched base with alternative media and found out it to be a cabal, I was stunned. Fucking stunned. Because there was me, a stupid fucking little idiot, man. Just after a mental breakdown like that. Oh, truth movement, do. Come, oh, Grace Hagen. The truth. And then finding out it was a cabal. It was all little wee small groups controlling who got on and who talked about whose fucking book, when and where, and what you can and cannot fucking say, while all going, the truth, freedom of speech, don't say this. Witnessed it firsthand. So that was part of my journey and how I ended up with the attitude I've got just now about the whole so-called alternative media, which... I don't know why anybody's surprised. I mean, how long have I done these fucking shows? The clue's in the fucking title of the name, and I've stuck true to the principles at every point, trying to see through all the shite. From Alex Jones to David Icke to fucking Mr. Toad, Ian R. Crane, and the whole UK column crew. We're independent. Why have you got all the same fucking journalists that were on InfoWars 2 seconds ago then? See, when you started looking for the cabals in the alternative media and they were all there, and then when you tried to point them out to them, they would just call you a shill. Laughable. Freedom of speech, he's a shill. Why? Because I'm pointing out that yous are all in fucking cahoots with each other, selling each other's shite books. Anyway, I digress. It's all a conspiracy. But you're like Blue Devil, I don't have a clue what's going on. Either do you. And the internet isn't a tool, it's a fucking way of communicating, touching base with people. See this? Yes, we're using Facebook and we're using the New World Order tools against them. Bullshit! It's this fucking tagline slogan so that they can fucking point you in the direction of their Twitter and Facebook. Without the irony, without people pointing out the irony that they're sitting slagging the platforms off, calling them X, Y, and Z, the people who run them and have founded them X, Y, and Z, and then fucking using them all the time to sell their shite. Yeah, but we're using the New World Order tools against them, man. Fucking shut up. If you don't like fucking Twitter or Facebook, fucking YouTube or whatever, don't use it. Simples. Right? See, if you turn off the internet, the world don't stop. You're fucking feeling that you're fighting the New World Order Illuminati fucking hordes by clicking one button at a time, by watching this, by supporting him. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it isn't all a pile of shite designed to mobilise people to vote UKIP and Nigel Farage and all that shite. It's just a complete coincidence. Absolute coincidence that when you bounce around conspiracy circles, 99 out of 10 of them all support fucking Nigel Farage and UKIP and all that shit. And somehow get immigration's top of their bill really affecting them, you know, out of all the shit that's really affecting them in their life that they'll never talk about, especially not in the deep state Illuminati circles. No, immigration. and this and that and that and this, when that's all that's all fucking politicians playing politics. I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I see things. Well, I do see things differently. That is for fucking sure. And I'm glad of that so much. Whew. I really am. You don't want to be saying shit the same way as other people now, do you? Or do you? I don't know. I don't know, but I've been told the weatherman got it wrong. Anyway. So everybody knows InfoWars is controlled opposition. But can you debunk Jay Dyer or Alan Watt? Alan Watt, the Scottish cunt? Oh, come on, to fuck me. How long have you been in conspiracy? You still looking for free moons and all that? Hi, my name's Alan Watt. Sorry, mate, I fell asleep after his first 3 words every podcast. Like, you know, it's been a long time since I've listened to Alan Watt. But, yeah, like, see if you're less of a positive individual, you can listen to that all the time. Here's a trick for you, mate. Stop listening to pop music. Is that what he still goes on about all the time? When I listened to him back in the day, he just ranted and raved about the deep state Illuminati symbolism in pop music, a bit like Mike Dice, you know. I hate these people, but I've sat and watched all their albums. Turn them off, you fucking idiot. Anyway. Blue Devil battering, man. You know, like, you're deep in the street. Next you'll be telling me the private reserve. No, the Federal Reserve isn't private. Alan Watt is cool, man. He is dead. He is a dead droning on Scot. But here's something that's an honest assessment. I used to diggy stuff back in the day when I was into the deep state, when I was into Illuminati symbolism. See, when I was into Illuminati symbolism, him and Freeman Flat, easy for me to say, Freeman Fry, Tucker Fry, Freeman Fly. I used to love them two back in the day. I really did. Nowadays, they are not my cup of tea. I'd rather listen to some guided meditation. And without one word of a lie, I did used to put Alan Watt on to help me sleep. He was a podcast I'd put on at night time. But hey, man, people listen to who they want to listen to. I listen to a lot of Talk Sport nowadays, which is basically Rupert Murdoch. Then when Jim White's on that, sometimes I'll stick on Talk Radio, right, which is predominantly right wing. There's no if, buts, or maybes or what about it, and they'll probably deny it and stuff, but it's no doubt that way. But I like it for the football and the chitty chat. But the amount of stuff I watch on YouTube, it's down to like cooking and all that now. Football highlights. I no longer engage in the community gossip of conspiracy world, man. It's suck you in, spit you out, and you won't know what way's up. Or that's what happens to me anyway. You know? Because the stuff annoys you so fucking much. You can't watch that stuff and relax. You know, it thrives on fear and anger. That's what it is. I was trying to fucking figure out what emotion it was that it works on, but basically it thrives on showing you stuff which infuriates you, getting you into an angry, raw state, and then trying to fill your head up with their political wills and wants. And it annoys me that people can't see it. It happened to me. I don't think I'm anything special. And I think it's it could happen. It could happen to any Tom, Dick, or Harry out there. These right-wing fascists, charlatans, can get inside your nut and twist your melon, man, while telling you it's all about freedom. And nobody questions it. The Catholic Church is a long-running joke. Is there any religious institution out there, any large religious institution out there that you can point to and go, I'm down with that? I can't find one anywhere. Anywhere. I mean, the best ones are the bizarre ones, like Jedi and shit, you know? They're the most honourable ones. They're the ones with the cleanest rap sheet. But each to their own. Anybody with an objective, sceptical mind objectively looks at any of the major religions and doesn't start pissing their pants fucking laughing that people follow that shit, pay money to follow it. There's people devout and fucking cutting off fucking foreskins and all that cause of it, and all sorts of craziness. Whoo, fuck me, man. That I cannot get my head round. And a lot of your truther movements will trace back to evangelical Christians trying to sell you gold. That is so funny because it's true. Oh. Anywho, what time are we at? Right. Read a few questions. Milo is being swindled by the evangelicals. Milo rings a bell. What's Pontiac? That's obviously like a sort of an artiste or something. Dearie me. Oh, there we go. I can read it better now. Conversion therapy? Wait, is Milo gay? Who the fuck's Milo? Is Milo that wee right wing guy or something? Oh, I'm not 100% sure. I've completely... I've lost touch with all the... It's nearly 2 years that I've not been... oh, that guy, right? Milo, the wee gay guy that get kicked out because he said he fucking raped guys or something. He was licking fucking underage kid. Oh, I can't remember. Some debauchery anyway, and they were just sitting there like, oh, look, I'm gay and right wing. Look how weird this is. Oh, fuck me, man. See, that's the demographic Tommy Robinson was created and tasked to mobilise. He done a good job, didn't he, mobilising all the gays and all that. All the right-wing brown people. Yeah, look, man, yeah, Terminator, come on, stick a kilt on and come on and fucking we'll bash some fucking Asians. Some Asians... Pakistani Asians. I was going to say another word, but I don't think it's acceptable nowadays. Alright, Rab, how you doing, my man? Nice to see you there. Oh, and a big get well. Big get well with Alan. He's getting his trotters sorted. Oh, but I'll leave a joke there. Leave it hanging. Colette, who knows? I'm like, see when this off started, right? And I heard people talking about vaccine passports and all that. I was like, don't talk shit. That will never happen. Now we've got fucking vaccine passports, which they're as pathetic as the masks. Let's put it that way. They ain't actually like. Anyway, they're pathetic. They're there. It's show and theatre. These aren't actually practically getting put in because the people that are getting forced to put them into place don't want to put them into place. Anyway, I digress. Good to see you again, Rab. Good to see you all again. Hopefully you're all keeping well. I always try and reply. I used to read the chat all the time, Colette. Until it turned into a fucking sewer pit. But people like that have a finite lifespan. Not only in life, but online too. Oh, Pontiac, don't even try and bring up any logic or get your head round it, mate, because somehow, some way, there'll be somebody that will explain it away to you. It's just the bamboozle you with bullshit. I'm a very... I can put my head in a very logical gear. And I can't get my head around all this shite. Started off with two... Got my first on Monday. Got my second on Tuesday. Told me I needed the booster on Wednesday. And I was... getting 6 and 7 on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. There's a song in there somewhere, right? And I'm fucking writing it, okay? But fuck's sake, man, it's a piss take now. An absolute... Somebody I know that bounced out and got the first two as quickly as they could, and then with this booster like that, in the bin. Like, right, okay. Because it's become an annoyance to people. Right, don't let me tell you my left field weird ass fucking conspiracy theory. Right, so this is part of the evolution of... the virus. Now, the experts know this. They know that it's getting more infectious, but less deadly. And that's a good thing. That's the way... apparently this virus seems to be mutating. I'm not saying this for sure, by the way. It's a theory. It's a bullcrap fucking theory I'm throwing out there. Right? So... if this is indeed the case, and all the experts know that, and they're like, alright, everybody's going to get it, but nobody's going to really get sick, and then after this big fucking mad poof, everybody's going to have natural antibodies, and the whole thing's just going to go and peter out, and we're all going to go, hey, back to normality, right? If this is indeed the case, they've got hundreds of vaccine to get rid of, man, so they're like, pump every cunt full of booster. A booster. And so every pint you'll get a booster. With every meal you'll get a booster. So on and so forth. So there's my crazy not left wing, out of left field. Fuck's sake. Fraudulent slip. So there's my crazy out of left field conspiracy theory about the booster, that is to get rid of fucking surplus fucking vax before this thing runs its course and no cunt needs it. They're going to be left with all these billions of boxes of vaccination and nobody's going to need it because everybody's just getting the sniffles. So that's why they're trying to keep... That's why, if the reports are true, they're trying to keep the reports coming out of South Africa on the hush-hush, on the QT, on the down low, motherfucker, because they need to get rid of all the fucking box of fucking vaccination stuff they've got. The juice. They need to get rid of the juice. Who let this juice loose about this vaccinated juice? Right. Anyway, so there's my crazy thinkings. But you're not allowed that anymore, because it's a New World Order conspiracy to facilitate the reset. Although, by the way, right, I think it's worthwhile. I do think it's worthwhile. And you might actually see what I mean. You see, I've been here before hundreds of times, motherfucker. Hold on, let's actually just go. Sometimes a picture speaks a million words. Right, now you can go and check this shit out yourself, which I advise you to do, and you can find this in like the Encyclopedia Britannica, for example. But you need to pay money for that online and shit unless you know how to hack it like a hacker. That basically means that you fucking do what other people tell you and run programs and hack something. Fucking morons. Anyway, the great fear, long and the short of it, is people pulled the peasantry strings. Ding 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 ding. This is where my fucking red alert is going off. Awooga! Like, if fucking Lost in Space done the robot properly, it'd be going, Danger, Will Robinson! Danger, Will Robinson! Fucking, fuck the robot up in Lost in Space. Fuck you, Netflix! And your fucking shitty Lost in Space fucking robot. I wanted bendy fucking arms. Bendy water and bendy arms. Right, so, ring any bells? So, rich motherfuckers who wanted to take over from the other rich motherfuckers poked us, the peasantries, with a stick and mobilised them to pick up their fucking pitchfork and storm the castle. Ding 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 ding. And I'm not trying to replicate the New York Stock Exchange. Ding 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 ding. Anyway, right, so I've pointed at this for fucking years, right? Because it's a red flag for me. Something's going on, right? See at the time, see if you were like fucking Billy Bob, fucking with a pitchfork in fucking rural France, do you think you knew you were getting your fucking plums pulled? Or do you think when somebody came down the street and told you that these here people were coming to get you, was telling you the truth? Right? Now, that's what I'm saying. I knew that I was one of these fucking idiots. I was one of the rural idiots in France with a pitchfork going, I'm going to go and get that new world order. These here are demons that are raping our children. Hillary Clinton's a rapist. Oh, God, man. God almighty. And I'm not saying she isn't. Just to cover my back in case fucking people start, like he's a paedophile supporter. Fucking because I'm pointing out the bizarreness of the fucking mind control, how deep it goes. But anyway, so there's my kinda. Now this goes for many points in history. This isn't the only time that rich folk provoked the poor folk to storm the castle on their behalf and then swept into power. As I said, ancient Rome and Nero is a good place to start. That is documented out the a-hole. Anywho, so Alex Jones didn't help me construct my belief of what's happening right now, what the internet's getting used for, you know, the truth-telling machine that only tells you the truth, that's allowed you to go into pigeon boxes and pigeon holes and blow smoke up each other's arse and rile each other up to the extent where, look at the example, there's that wee guy in Dundee that fucking was going to go and burn down a mosque or some shit. You had that guy that was mobilised by Tommy Robinson that fucking ran a van into some Muslims at a fucking mosque as well. Then you had that Swedish or Danish cunt, I forget his name now, what he done on that island and stuff, man. I mean, the internet, more than its predecessor, the television, has the ability to tune idiots to the fucking moon to the extent they'll go and do some of those things that I just mentioned there. And worse, no doubt. Look at your Allah Akbar nutbars, man, how they're getting mobilised. Fucking chopping heads off and all that. There's idiots out there that can get tuned to the moon with this shit. Anyway, that's my point. Paul Price, how you doing, man? Long time no speak. Merry Christmas and all that jazz. Hopefully you're all good. The horse hoe theory. Never heard the horse hoe theory. Horse hoe. The horse hoe theory. In political science and popular discourse, the horse hoe theory asserts that the far left and the far right, rather than being at opposites and opposite ends of a linear political continuum, closely resemble one another. I can see where that theory's coming from. I can see that. Can definitely see where that theory comes from. Good to see you, Paul. Hopefully you're keeping well, mate. There's Colette Pontiac. Rap was in earlier as well. And I've got a fucking... Oh, sorry, Rap. See one of your comment. Oh, there it's there. I don't religiously wear masks. I've got one that I try and remember to take with me, and if I do, I'll stick it on. There's been plenty of times that I've forgotten, went around my business. Not having a mask won't stop me going into the... plus my mask's a fucking bandana, man. Do you know what my mask is? It's a bandana I get free with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I think. Feck knows how many years ago, maybe 20 years ago. Maybe 10 to 15 years ago, easy peasy. Maybe easy about 15 years ago. Anyway, a long time ago. That's my mask. So I look like a fucking cowboy robber. Brilliant. See, when we're not allowed to wear masks anymore, I'll be like, aww. Everybody will want to wear a mask as soon as we're not allowed to. But do you know what? We won't go back to that. Well, that's us going to be ingrained in our... Not my psyche, by the way, but a lot of people's psyche from now on to wear a mask all the time. And what I'm basing that on is Asia. When you look at a lot of those countries that have had mask wearing for longer, because they're stinkier than us, and because of preferred diseases and stuff, and their mask wearing, to the best of my knowledge, to the best of me seeing newsreels and shit coming live from fucking Asia, and they all seem to be wearing masks all the time prior to COVID. That's my kind of point, but anyway. Anywho. I could go and show you it, man. I'm going to get it in a wee second. I'll show you my bandana. Will Robertson. Like, the last person that told me anything about Tommy Robinson said that he's disappeared, obviously, but like he's not been about. But I don't know whether that to be true. Not to be true, I couldn't care less. But maybe moving forward I'll do a few more of these wee broadcasts and stuff and dip my toe into a wee bit of the old internet goings on. We were tuned to the moon and the football crazy train till I started to look into it. It was unbelievable. What do you mean, Colette? You love your football? I love my football. Do you know what? That's not true. Well, it is. You know what I mean? Like, I pay attention to it. But I can put a game on and have it on in the peripheral and just watch the kind of snippets and stuff like that. But I will have it on. And I do pay stupid money for fucking all those streaming services and shit. Now TV and BT Sports and Premier Sports. Forgot the Rangers shit. Actually, like, so it's good just taking some questions, reading some comments. What do you mean, Colette? Oh, done. Oh, mate, it just goes into a wee held for review thing, so. At the beginning of the pandemic, French researchers noted smokers with COVID or French adult smoke in the world and kills the virus. I never heard that one, man. Well, mate, I'm fucked then because I don't participate in nicotine no more. Nicotine no more. Stinking like a fucking bag of cigarettes no more. Joints no more. Toxins no more. See, I've been hanging about with the Proclaimers in lockdown, as you can clearly tell. But aye, man. Vapidity vape. No, see what's good about vaping as well? Because you're not actually combusting the material full stop, you've got no carbon monoxide. So see, after a while, the carbon monoxide levels in your lungs go away, you get none. So the oxygen levels in your lungs go through the roof and your energy and all that, like, let move like Jagger, you got to move like Jagger, you got to move like Jagger. See, and then you're able to actually, like, I don't know, participate in a sex session for 10 minutes without dying, which is always good. Poor sweat pissing on her and all that, man. Not good. No good. But anyway. Easier said than done, stopping smoking, by the way. But it can be done. And I owe it all to my vaporizer fixation. I've swapped one for the other, I know that. But rather this than that. And see now, I'll smell somebody sparking a joint. And it smells amazing. And when I first started stopping, I would even take a draw and stuff. And the second I took a draw, I just couldn't do it. Smells lovely. Well, it can smell okay at the beginning. After a while, it just stinks. But tastes like shit. Seriously, you take a break for nicotine, try and go back to it, taste like shit. Especially when you're vaping fucking something nice and tasty. Like, I taste rosemary bushes. And that's what dickheads are like nowadays with vapes and weed. But rather that man than the other, you know. Seriously. God. Woo. Right, what time's it? A couple hours. Talk a bit of shit, man. Good to talk a bit of shit. I don't know, man. I'll need to see. YouTube is a bit of a funny place nowadays. Especially with the way the world is. And the last thing I want to do is contribute to the great fear. So, but I'd love to do. In the new year, the plan is to do a wee thing every Tuesday again. And maybe a wee see through the fear porn Friday when I've not got any better offers. But actually that is quite late. I'm going to wrap this up actually. Fucked in the 2 hours. Because I've got stuff I need to do. And I want to get to my bed early. Because I might pop into the town tomorrow and see if there's anybody saving us from the deep state Illuminati. But just basically, hopefully there's normal people protesting against fucking this lockdown push. I mean, it's happening elsewhere in the world, isn't it? There's a big thing. I say a big thing. It's always big, in it, because London's the mecca. But there's a thing kicking off in London, and I know there's something in Blackburn, funnily enough. So, by the powers of my superpowers, if there's something in Blackburn, there must be at least 2 men and their cat. I'm turning up in Glasgow, that's what I'm thinking anyway. That's my logic. So anyway, I'm going to give it another wee 10-15 minutes and I'll be popping off. That's not a euphemism for anything sexual, by the way. But it will be. Hold on. Oh, shit. You've not had a cigarette for 1 year now, Colette. Brilliant. Well, Colette, you've cracked it. So, if you end up back in the fags now, more fool you. But that's brilliant, Colette. Guarantee you feel a lot better for it, man. Do you know what I've noticed, right? So, I've stopped smoking nicotine. I'm no longer... My weapon of choice when it came to weed used to be a bong. I used to love to fucking pack a bong and really hit it hard. See, now I've been on the vape, right? Long story short, I know this is a bit gross, man, but it's true. No longer coughing up fucking black shit and all that, man. It's like wake up without fucking night and day. Now what I need to do is get back on the regular exercise kick. I've started it a few times on and off during the pandemic. It's keeping it up that I've not been able to do. Keep falling off the wagon. But anyway, so as I'm wrapping things up, it's nice to speak to you all. Hopefully you are all keeping well, whether you are vaccinated or not. Frankly, my dear, I just couldn't give a damn. It's each individual's. I'm pro-choice. Like it when it boils down to abortion. Now this fucks people. This fucks most anti-vaxxers up. Because most anti-vaxxers are anti-abortion as well, and I'm pro-choice on both occasions. And that kind of sums up my attitude. It should be down to the individual to make that decision. How easy that decision's allowed to be made, it's up for debate and all that, man. But ultimately, you can't stop individuals doing what individuals want to do, and you shouldn't try to. And the thing that's really pissing me off about this whole pandemic thing, about the whole vaccination thing, is the kid tactics that the government's using to try and persuade people to get the vaccinations. Okay, you're not allowed in the nightclub if you don't get your vaccination. Fuck's how patronising the government being to the fucking children in this country, man. But hey ho, that's the way it's crumbling, innit? Well, Colette, I'm working on cutting down my alcohol. That's not true. I have cut down on my alcohol. It's the amount I'm consuming when I'm on it. But the periods in between when I'm off it are getting better. But it's been really hard during the pandemic that way. That's been the way I've been relieving my boredom. It's not been smoking myself to death. It's fucking slowly drinking myself to death, man. But I haven't given up. So that's the most important thing. Pontiac, hold on, let me see if I understand that. If the vax has no COVID, why are vaxxed folk having COVID symptoms? Well, I'm no expert, mate, but I don't know what it does or doesn't have in it. But the whole purpose of it is to mimic COVID. And I'm pretty sure they're aware that a lot of people are getting whacked when they are getting the vaccination. One of the funniest headlines I heard was on the BBC. Now, this was when the vaccination first came out and they were first pushing it. And it had been out for a wee while. And the headline read, and I'm pretty sure this was BBC Wales, right? And the headline read, let me get this right. Why? 1/3. Now get this, just get this right. Put it down on a bit of paper because it's Orwellian. It will fuck with your head. You can't get it right. 1/3 of new COVID cases are unvaccinated. 1/3. Now, another way to write that, which would be well more headline grabbing, especially since it was just pretty much when the super duper paratrooper vaccination had been rolled out. 2/3 of new cases are double jagged. It was double jagged. Blew me away how they could whiff that so much, especially when the interest story there is the fact that, hold on, all these new cases are double jagged. The vast 2/3 even of new cases are all double jagged. But no, The headline read, 1/3 of new cases are unvaccinated. Blew me away. But anyway, that is the state of our press. And what I want to hit home is the independent media is just as bad, if not worse. If not worse. Because they're not even fucking pretend to be regulated. They're just the Wild West of fucking bullshit. Many of the vaxxed have flu now. Plus... Right. Oh man, like, see when people like, I need to be honest. I can only say fucking what's on my mind. See when people start trying to pretend that they understand the science of it, by don't, man, because we don't. If you understood the science of it, you would be sitting fucking in the sewers of YouTube. Let's be honest and frank. If we really understood and had our heads round this science, me included, I don't. All I can do is talk about the logical fallacies of the shit that I'm getting told by the press on all angles. Right, that's one thing I can talk about. You don't need to be an expert in that. That's one thing I do understand, is my own logic. Dip into your inner Spock. Oh. Cold tea. So it's been lovely seeing you all. Had a chance to air my Christmas jumper out. I'll be wearing it tomorrow night as well. But I definitely need to wear a t-shirt underneath it because it's a fucking itchy number. I don't know if you can read it. Got a lot of baubles coming here. Dressed like that. Then there's some baubles. It's good. Women can come up and, well, fucking die. They can use a stick for 2 meters away and play with my baubles. But anyway, oh, Rab, you're right. The experts that are getting rolled out on TV and the alternative media. See, like, you can get a doctorate in fucking Fanta cans, do you know what I mean? And then roll yourself out on TV as a doctor pretending you understand this shite when you don't. You're not an expert in the field. And that's how the experts can bamboozle you with bullshit. That's how people who are not experts but present themselves well, confidence tricksters, that's what they are, confidence tricksters with a PhD, and that's how they fool you. Ain't that the truth? Fuck. The real issue is the governments are fucking telling us how high to jump, and we are fucking saying that high. There's people for political. There's people from all sides of for both sides of the political extreme trying to capitalise on this shit and capitalise on your fear, and quite happy through the Machiavellian thought process. Quite happy to fill you with more fear, to profit from it, to control you from it, to get you to do X, Y, and Z, go and storm the trenches. It wouldn't be the first time in history, and we're a fool. That was only what, 17 fucking 75. You know, that isn't that far away in history, I would argue. And then you can go and look at the, if you want to get deep state Illuminati, go and look at the French, see the out of the French Revolution came the first ever human rights document. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I found it. Right now, I know this is just for fun, man, but it is fun. So, out of the Great Fear. Now, does it? Like, if you don't know what the Machiavellian principle is, right? I'll try and simplify it, right? The ends justifies the means, right? That's as simple as I can put it. Here's the Declaration of the Rights of Man. This was the first ever human rights document codified after the French Revolution. No, hold on. Where's the images? Alright, there's the best one there. You can see the deep state Illuminati seal, or the Eye of Providence, as I would call it. The same Eye of Providence that happens on the dollar bill and in other places, in other landmarks in and around the world. And that was the document that was brought around because of the Great Fear. So there's organisations out there who operate under Machiavellian principles, which means they're willing to do anything if it justifies the ends. Right? So what have we got worldwide right now? We seem to have some sort of a religious conflict going on between the sort of a Christianity and the Muslims again. Throw the Jews in the middle. And we also have China and India, if not bombed into the Stone Age, are going to surpass the West economically. Easily before 2050. Right, so less than 30 years' time. So if people are looking for agendas of what this coronavirus is getting used for, some would even say it's the virus is fake and all that jazz, man. It's bizarre. It's mentalness. It's, in my observations, it's craziness how the depths that people have been swayed, like flat earth and all that. But if you're looking for agendas or reasons for this shit to be happening, well, the economy of China, the economy of India, and then your fucking ideological battle of wills over Jerusalem with the Jews, Christians, and Muzzies. And then, well, I don't know, that to me, and then, like, if what I'm saying there, if there's any, like, just investigate this idea. I'm not saying it's true. I didn't know, I didn't think it was true. I just investigated and I was like, hold on, actually, that's like fucking Sherlock Holmes, man. The realms are the thing me of possibilities. If what I'm saying is true there, then look at the organisations that are behind these entities. Right, India's a bit of a weird one. It's an ex-British entity in Britain, in the West, and Britain's colonial wealth still has a lot of influence there. China is China, and they're obviously trying to get put back in the box, I would argue, militarily speaking and economically speaking. It started with Donald Trump, with all his bullcrap, and it's continued since. But you have to get Donald Trump to blame it on anymore. And then, look what's happening in bloody Israel, let's call it. The Jews and the Muslims are slugging it out, and the Christians are just sitting there like that. That's the way I see it. So think of the institutions and the reasons they want to be there, and who are behind the entities and stuff, and you'll find it there at the centre of all this fucking conflict stuff. Even more so, China is apparently the centre of the fucking Wuhan flu. Oh, God only knows where that shit came from, man. They're trying to blame the Chiners and all that. It's well funny. Anyway, I have managed to nearly do 2 hours. I'm good at rambling shit. And drinking tea. Right, well, thanks for the people that joined live. Thanks for the people that will watch it after the fact. Have a good Crimbo and New Year and all that jazz. Stay tuned to the channel. If there is anything happening in Glasgow City Centre tomorrow, I'll try and stick a wee live stream on for yous. You can see the 2 men and their dog protesting in Glasgow. But you never know. The place might be mobbed. That's if I get to my beddy buys early enough. Right, everybody, have a good one and hopefully see you soon. But make sure you thumbs it up, sub up and bell up and all that jazz. And you'll get all the future shows that I'll be doing in the new year. Alright, everybody. Ho ho ho, have a good one. Ho ho ho, hopefully you enjoyed the show. Catchies. Clips, clips. And remember, citizen, the best way to survive and thrive is to subscribe and hit the bell. It'll keep you out of hell. I forgot what the hell I'm saying. 1995. Keep you alive. Catchy.